Do you want to dance? Do you want to dance?
Hello. Hold on.
You can take away my spaceship. You can take away my space suit. You can even take away my space lasers. But you can never, ever take away my space game.
Dry Khan just resubscribed for 28 months.
Dragon, thank you so much for that. 28 months of support. You're a very important pupper, very impressive pisser, very neat pedestrian. This is your fault. The reason for night. Shots and cheers in chat. You know, shots and cheers. Long time watcher, but I don't get on the stream much. Hope things are going well for you. They're going okay. I will say right now, as of right now, I probably am not going to be going to CitizenCon. I know it's the big one. I know like a lot of people are like, oh, but it's going to be great. It's like, well, I can't stomach that cost. Just straight up cannot stomach that cost. We're talking like $5,000. And if I take $5,000, I could do a lot more with my own personal finances with $5,000. Come on. Dim. 5K for like 2 to 3 days? Nah, yeah, exactly. If I'm going across the ocean to England, I'm spending there for like a week. And I just don't have that kind of money. Waiting for Montreal 2025. I think they'll probably do Austin before they do Montreal, but I think what they'll probably do is Austin then Montreal. It's not even ships, man. It's a nature of, like, you know, I've got a house. Planning on having kids soon. Like $5,000 can go a long way to like paying down debts, paying off portions of mortgages, like making my life easier. So. Was a joke. I get what you mean. I get what you mean. It would be fair to swap between US and EU every other year. It would be, but we also have more NA studios, so it would be really weird. Hey, Rapid Chinchilla. I gotta start doing more PvP training on Wednesdays. Right now, just getting back to used to streaming on Wednesdays, which I don't usually do.
Take away my space
suit.
You can even take away my space lasers.
No pew-pews.
But you can never, ever take away my space game.
The Robert Chinchi just resubscribed for 3 months. Yo.
The Rapid Chinchi. Oh, thank you so much for that 3 months of Twitch Prime there, Rapid Chinchilla. You're a very important pupper, very impressive person, very new pedestrian. This is your fault. You can act. Shots and cheers in chat, y'all. Shots and cheers. Yeah, I did. I played a little bit of the master modes with Tomato, and I wasn't doing like spectacularly, but I recognized a couple of the names in there who were playing. And I'm like, I'm beating some of them or doing pretty okay against them. I guess it's working. I am surprised how good the Buccaneer is. Holy shit! Did they bring my boy back? Did they take my child and give him a second chance? Like, holy fuck! When did that shit become decent? Hey, Dawn Phantom. The fuck? Like, I picked it not as meta. I just picked it because I like the buck. You know this. You know this. Buck is my ship.
You are clear to launch.
There we go. Finally. It will get its 3 months in the sun before the Hornet becomes meta.
Damn biddies.
Oop. Are you fucking kidding me? Which one of you fuckers? Which one of you? Where are you? The fuck are you, and why are you scanning me? They really need to work on the volume for those voices. Is that you? No, it's not you.
Thank you, and please visit again.
That'll be good. Buck will be the death trap with no ejection seat. There's two types of Drake pilots: the good and the dead. So how about that Idris, huh? Like, it's funny how at first I was like, man, this is bad, and then I realized, man, fuck it, CIG's got you. They know you're going to respond the way that you do. And that they did exactly what they should do to generate interest. More people are going to be paying attention to what's going on tomorrow than they would otherwise. You got a massive bowl of chicken and rice. You cannot wait to eat it. Nice. You're looking forward to the Corsair Masterboards? This thing already is broken in-game. The amount of freedom per shot on in this vehicle is fucking obnoxious. You said that earlier, Del. Who's talking about the Idris outside of Star Citizen? Thank you for that hype train, by the way. They're being coy and poorly managing expectations unless you see Silo's posts, and a lot of players can be disappointed. Surprisingly, other variety streamers saw it. Oh, nice. A lot of you'd be surprised how many streamers are Star Citizen fans. There's a lot of streamers who've been waiting, who I've talked to because they know me as Star Citizen streamer, who said like they said they follow me for Star Citizen information. And they're like, I follow Paul, and when Paul's doing well and Paul's talking about it more often, I'm going to play the game. Now, I'm not the only one. I know that's the same with a lot of people who've dipped their toes into the multi-stream universe. I really like your concept version of ships. Do devs ever mention them? What concept versions? The ideas that I have? No, but there is a not insignificant amount of the community who believes that I wished the Liberator into existence. You definitely wish the Redeemer into existence. I hate you. I actively petitioned against that shit. Yeah. I'm not going to be going to Manchester, sadly, Mr. Gold Emperor. I looked at the cost, and it's like $1,500 just to travel. And even if it's cheaper there for like 2 to 3 days, it'll end up being like several $100s, and so at the cheapest it'll be like $2,500, and for me that's a lot of money to spend on a trip to Manchester to go see a nerd convention for 2 days. I can't go. I can't afford it. I'm a teacher. I don't make the kind of money that I can drop on that sort of thing. And I also have to think about, so as an economics teacher, I also have to think about lost revenue. The opportunity cost of going. Hey, Logan. Hey, welcome everyone from Local Streams. My name is Paul Bizarro, Batman Shelley. I'm the Space Bartender here at the AstroPub, your space bar theme Twitch. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Got a good one for you. How you doing, Loken? Were you dropping into hell, or were you playing some Citizens of the Stars? I'm just kind of hanging out and playing Star Citizen today. I rarely get to play it solo, and I do enjoy it myself a little bit of solo smuggling. I'm going, but not to CitizenCon. I just want to see the boys. Okay, I get that. Actually, the first day, nice. So yeah, the Idris is not what you think it is. I guarantee it. So those of you who don't know, those of you who are like, oh, Star Citizen's gonna, the Idris is releasing tomorrow. No. What you're going to see tomorrow is them talking about or showing off the new Xenothreat mission chain that's going to be similar to the mission chain for what is the name of the one? It's the one with the the gang that has the Idris at the end. The Arlington gang. Thank you. Yeah, the Arlington gang. It's going to be an Arlington mission, but with Xenothreat. And my guess is it's designed to specifically be sort of the... It's buckets. Mining facility, processing, leverage, launch pad elsewhere. Is that where the Khajiit are? Humboldt, Wheelers. Sorry, I'm trying to find this. It's going to be something like that, and my guess is that it's going to be a lead up to it's the mission chain you can do to effectively summon Xenothreat, like how you can activate Xenothreat in Star Citizen. So like a true mission chain that you can do to help build up for a release of Xenothreat. Yep, that's one of the things. It's going to be a board and clear the Idris. No, the Idris will be out tomorrow, but you can only find it in Pyro. Can't get the Pyro? Well, tough shit. I'm just going to board it and imagine it's mine. Well, apparently in the EPGU, you could steal it and fly it. But I can also imagine that the Idris in any server is going to become incredibly valuable very quickly. And I imagine if there's one thing that's going to end up getting removed from the server during restart, it's going to be that fucking Idris. I don't see the owner. Holy shit, it's got neon in it. Okay, I'm gonna land here. And I'll be right back. I want to go home. I'm sick of work. I feel you, Brendan. That was me all day today. be right back. Hey, Tree. I'm doing okay. Okay.
You can take away my spaceship.
Ship.
You can take away my space suit.
Suit.
You can even take away my space lasers.
No pew-pews.
But you can never,
Never.
ever
Ever.
take away my space game.
I keep forgetting. I need to spend some time this weekend and fix that. Oh, so I didn't see that. Dead Ringer, thank you so much for that 13 months of support. Pizza Wen, Mr. Gold Ember, thank you for gifting those 10 subs, you mad lad. You know what, the time Dev made Hologlobe in the Javelin so you could not escape anymore unless you exited the server? Troll move from the devs that were in chat with Detox, I think. Did you hit the button? Let's see if it keeps going. I'm going to go back to the... See if it keeps going. If it does, I'll just mute it for now. Yeah, I'm just
Take away
mute it for
my
now.
spaceship. You can take away my space suit. You can even take away my space lasers. But you can never, ever take away my space game. You can take away my spaceship. You can take away my...
Arkanger has subscribed.
I'm confused. I'm getting hit from all different sides. Arcane DUG, thank you so much for that Twitch Prime sub. Hold on. Hold on. It'll come up anyways. No, I just I gotta update some stuff is what I gotta do. Hey, something that you probably know is, do Crusader platform missions go past 45k double missions, or is that it? I think that's it. Also, Pontifex, you said earlier, like, do I prefer YouTube or Twitch? If you watch both, either one, it doesn't matter, honestly. Watching is all that matters. The reason why I stream on YouTube and Twitch is because a lot of people don't like Twitch and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm very confused as to what's going on. But thank you, Arcane. You're a very important, probably very impressive pisser of any pedestrian. You rock. Shots and cheers. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm helping orphans. No drugs here. It's a very weird landing, but I can probably hop back up here. Yep, we're good. right, boyos. Should probably have gotten this. Ha 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 ha! Going on, keep going down, keep going down. Almost. Yes. I can't take it? What the hell? Do I have to unlock it? Is that what I have to do? Okay. Got it. All right. Could you open the door, please? Oh, this is fucking wasteful. Not worth the time and energy. It's alright. Still got some ammo. We'll be fine.
Shit, I'm out.
Nothing. That's a whole bunch of wasted potential. What are we breaking? Breaking and entering. This is live. Oh yeah, by the way, you also have an elevator access in the ground as the Corsair, so you don't have to back ramp up. Just the back ramp, you're joining for easy access to the ship. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's worth it. All right. Let's see. Got my Corsair. Gonna buy some slam. Ooh, I can buy a lot of slam. Cargo transfer failed. All right, I have to go. Here we go. There we go. All right, I gotta check this out real quick. Loot. Do you have my brand? You do not. You have failed me for the last time. Nothing. Okay. Not nothing. It's got sweet, sweet crews, but I already have crews. Steal one of these. And this. Alright. B&E is always exciting. This is pre-recorded. Yes, Mr. Goldember, it's 100% pre-recorded. I just managed to know that was going to be said because I'm a psychic. Not gonna lie, with how the wings are for the Corsair, it kind of reminds me of the Lambda shuttles from Star Wars. I mean, that's kind of its inspiration, obviously. It definitely has some Star Wars vibes to it. Do 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 do. Oop. I could do this. I can get this done. Yep. Nope. I can't get it done. Let's see if I can get the elevator. Do 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 do. Hey. That is a lot of drugs. Okay, so where's the, is that in here? The gun rack? Yeah, it is.
Drugs.
Are these racks? Oh, that's the gun rack. There you go. I don't know what those are. Okay. Oh shit, I forgot I had that.
Zan just had a space baby, Astro. If they made a special variant of the Redeemer, for example the Hornet Wildfire, and named it after you, would you be honored, mortified, or both?
A little bit of both there, Xana. Thank you so much. 9 months ago, you made the gravest mistake anyone could make. You subscribed to me. I mean, subscribing to any Twitch streamer is a mistake. Now, 9 months later, our Twitch baby is born. Ooh, what shall we name it? Thank you for that. It's all Logan's fault. Getting the hiccups. Woo! That's spicy. Hey, see, Daddy. Oh. Kane. Unsanctioned psychic, better call the Inquisition's black ships. You can catch me. It's like you said it, Xanath, and you summoned Sea Daddy. Hey, Darsh. Oh, it's a hype trap, Steve French. We know that the players are not getting access to the Idris, to player-owned Idrises on Thursday. A lot of people think, oh no, that's the it's not happening. CIG's already confirmed it. Xylo's already confirmed it. Try to head it off at the pass. I think what it is that they're going to introduce the new missions, the new Xenothreat missions that deal with with the Idris, because you can have board and clear it out kind of thing. So I just did what CIG did and make it ambiguous enough that make people go, hey, wait, what's going on? What do you mean? So you've been double catfished. Boom. The Xeno prequels, yeah. It's an engagement farming post. Which is why I can't be mad. Like, I get what they did it and why they did it. More people are going to pay attention to what they're going to talk about now than ever before. Some people are going to get mad, but I think anyone who is paying attention knows that, like, Squad 42 is not coming out now. I really don't understand that. Like, so many people are like, CIG has secrets. No, they never do. CIG's not secret about shit. They're very open about everything they do. I doubt they're selling Idrises at the same time. It's not really the kind of... It's not the vibe CIG is shooting for. It's more that, it's not really the how they do things. I mean, yeah, I'm definitely hyped about the AC engineering gameplay. We're going to talk a little bit about that tomorrow we're going to do 2 videos tomorrow. We're going to look at the update, the roadmap update. We're going to talk a little bit about the lack of a progress tracker update, and kind of what does it mean? What does it mean? As well as looking at what's coming for Arena Commander, because there's a bunch of cool stuff that's being added for Arena Commander, like private fucking games finally, and engineering gameplay tests for Arena Commander. So you're saying there's no chance the Idris is going on sale tomorrow? I'm not saying there's no chance. I'm just saying there's probably a greater chance of me becoming King of England than of the Idris being on sale tomorrow. Okay, game rules. Game rules. Okay, good. For those of you who don't know, if you see something that's labeled game rules, it means that the owner logged out. Basically, like there's nobody in the server right now who owns that vehicle, so it defaults to the server owning it. And if that means that these are abandoned vehicles, effectively. Am I down? I am down. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's the bigger one. Like, for those of you who don't know, the Squad 42 monthly report mentioned that they have a team currently redoing the exterior of the Javelin to bringing it up to modern standards, and they also have they're also working on a gold standard Retaliator. So it sounds like gold standard Retaliator is coming in for Invictus, and possibly even the new Javelin. I don't know. I've heard that the server charges you for crimes if you try it. I've also heard the opposite is true too, like that it doesn't matter. I don't know if I made any money. I think I did. I have to pay attention more often. Yeah, it's just a random link. Showing it off to everybody else. You cheeky devil. Random question. Ever since the last patch, if I hit F4, I have the ship view. My ships will reverse thrust. I uninstall the game, then reinstall it, and it still persists. That seems like a strange. Have you checked your keybinds? It's not, yeah, because keybinds can, even if you uninstall it, the keybinds can match it, so. Your HOTUS is the Logitech, but you don't have an F4 code. You don't have an F4 button on your HOTUS, do you? I don't. I used to have the X56, so I remember. I don't think it had an F4 button. It had to have F buttons on it. Yeah, go through the keybinds in the like if you go here, you go to options, you go to keybinds. It's going to be in your keyboard and mouse. You hit there and see if it resets something. If they put an Idris NPC mission with an interior, just imagine how many orgs are going to try to just hold it, like 1 or 2 of them. I mean, yeah. You can fly the ones in the PTU. I mean, you could fly them with, like, the original Xenothreat missions. I don't think CIG is intending for you to be able to fly them, but I also don't think CIG is going to stop you if they, like, artificially. Hey, Solomon. Just helping orphans. You know, it's absolutely weird. You were hoping the Reclaimer was getting some fixes. All right, I'm gonna be very, very. Oh, I didn't see Aiden coming on. Well, it's a good thing that there isn't tracking ships, ships tracking. If you just got smuggled cargo like that in Starfield, currently from Star Citizens, and you're screwed if they find that, unlike the Millennium Falcon. Well, you just got to know where to offload it, that's all. Just got to be a smart smuggler. I was hoping the Reclaimer. So I'm going to be very honest about the Reclaimer. The Reclaimer is a bad ship. And it is a bad ship that was poorly designed, that they've done a lot of fixes with, like temporary fixes to get it functioning properly, but I think will eventually need its own complete rework, because the way that the ship works, and so many people are like, oh no, they're still gonna do whole like munching. No, that dream is dead. So a lot of what made that ship unique is gonna have to go away, like the claw becoming the straw and that kind of stuff. So I envision that's likely going to get a complete rework after the RSI ships get through. Be a smart smuggler. Stream the smuggle. Exactly. Yeah, it needs a complete ground-up rework. It needs the. It's one of the few ships I think that legitimately needs the. What was it called? These guys, the Cutlass experience, where it goes in for complete overhaul, ground up rework from its beginning, trying to keep as much of the shape language as possible, but to meet the role that it is actually intended for instead of the one that it was hoped for. Yeah, it needs a full. It doesn't need a overhaul. It needs to go like a ground up, from beginning, reconcept almost. I think you can keep a lot of the original design and flair, but like the processing room is absolute waste of space. A lot of the hallways are oversized. The ship itself is way oversized for what it's supposed to do. Gotta love a good blizzard. Oh, it's nice and balmy. It's only -5 degrees Celsius. The Starfarer doesn't need an exterior rework. It just needs an interior rework. Hey, Shogi. I think you even need to gut the hull. The hull is too big. Because you even need to, like, it still doesn't have, like, a docking port that functions. Jesus Christ. How can Slam be made so quickly? Because no one's doing Slam runs. I hate this. Aha! Stop. God damn it. All right, 251.
Hey, a tip!
Akal, super chatted $10. $10 from Ackland. Good job as always, and yes, the two dock rings are located in wrong side.
Think of the $10 there, Ackland. Good job as always, and yes, the two dock rings are located on the wrong side. Yeah. I'm guessing we're getting an overhaul of the commodity terminal as well. Because we're getting a new shopping kiosk, right? I'd love to see something other than drugs as contraband. Nah. It's about taking risks, but it's about calculated risks. Human organs, pleasure bots, smuggling people. You know, like out of Hurston would be an interesting mission. But I mean, just things like I'm trying to think of other things. Like foods, rare foods. Illegally sourced, like, antimatter, stuff like that. Weapons. I plan on smuggling pyro crabs. Contraband AI components. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, contraband specific to, like, Hurston or Lorville or, like, Lurville or that kind of stuff, yeah. Oh, thank you for that. That's your third. Third super chat. Thank you, Ackland. Thank you. Thank you for that $10. Oh, by the way, I ran into a Big Benny's vending machine that was playing the Big Benny song. All of them do. They're just very subtle and soft at times. Hey, Luna. A dev in Discord said that they reworked AI logic to work with server meshing and it completely broke Squadron 42. Oh, that would make sense. If you looked at the Squadron 42 monthly reports, they definitely had to do a complete overhaul of the social AI. So. Been meaning to ask, how's the Corsair handling this in patch now? It's okay. It still handles like a boat, but, you know, it's designed like a boat, so I'm okay with it. I wanted to deploy a sea of Big Benny's machines in space and have mines from my... I was just sitting next to them. Some people listening in on the sonar, or no sonar, but seeing like this sea of like blips, like which are those mines, and then they kind of look over, it's like, no, sir, they're Big Benny's machines. I don't think the Gladiator needs a rework. The Gladiator needs is modularity. That modular bay, that holds the torpedoes, needs to be able to be modular. It needs to be able to hold bombs. If the Gladiator could hold dumb bombs, you know, size 3 bombs on its wings, or in its size 5 in its like belly, it would make it a lot more versatile as a ground attack ship, as an actual bomber, rather than just being a sort of a... And in lore, the Gladiator is supposed to have multiple uses. Like, that bay is supposed to actually be also have a search and rescue module, so it actually has like a tier 3 bed, medical bed in it. That is really where the Gladiator will shine, because it'll do okay with torpedoes as a bomber, but if it can, you put like rocket pods and bomber and like bombs on it, it'll become a lot more of a useful tool. The Retaliator, yeah. The Retaliator is getting modularity with its rework. That's part of its gold pass, is to get it set up to be modular for new modular stuff. And CIG was very, very like certain. That was unnerving. That they are going to be getting modularity done this year, because that's what the ship team showed off at CitizenCon, was modularity. No, I did say Gladiator. The Gladiator's, I don't think the Gladiator needs an overhaul. It just needs modularity. Like the Retaliator, its torpedo bay needs to be able to be swappable for other things. Going through a storm that you can't see. At this point, I default to down in the Gladiator wherever actually be useful. Every ship is going to have its use at some point. Every ship is going to have its shine. That's kind of how it's supposed to work. I don't like that. I'm gonna have to blow these things up because I think they're shooting, throwing me around like a rag doll. That definitely made me about 50k. Oh yeah, that made me like 100k in that trade. I mean, it's a size 5. It's a size 5 torpedo bay. So if you took the torpedo bay and you made it so that you could drop a size 5 bomb with it, it would make it a lot more versatile. Congratulations, Brendan. I know that feeling. You can't wait for the chaos that is tomorrow? I mean, they want to release 3.21 tomorrow. Or 3.22.1 tomorrow. So that's probably what they're hitting at, is because they're probably releasing those new Xenothreat missions with 3.221. Do you think they'll drop 3.223 EVA right after 3.221 22 goes live? One goes live? No, I think it'll probably be in probably a week or two. I think it'll probably be next week or the first week of March. I'm gonna keep saying 2.2 because it pisses you off, Darsh. They just need to delete the reclaimers front elevator. That'll work. That work the dead space of the munching room by making it smaller and making personal lift behind the side walkway. What they need to do is remove the munching room and change it to a kind of a smaller processing like plant, and then change around some of the corridors and some of the other stuff. I think they could sit down and redo it over and make it about 25% smaller, keep all of the aesthetics, keep its still gigantic size, and make it easier to go from entrance to the locations, make the ingress and egress easier, while also logically making everything kind of fit better. All right, since these things are pissing me off, I'm going to show you the value of a fully operational guns, guns, guns. Hard death this bitch. You bothered me. You are now dead. The battle station in the reclaimer, or just be shooting that thing? Oh, fully operational battle station. Yes, fully operational Caterpillar or Corsair. So if we bother you in chat, we will also get dead. Yes, that is how this works. No, it's if you intentionally flew your ship in a way that would like knock me into random objects consistently, I would shoot you in game. The munch room is the best spot because they can do too if they do too much modeling, it would affect Squad 42 as well, possibly. The answer is you just do a secondary. Like, I don't think this is going to happen until after Squad 42 is out. And you would just make a version that would replace the one in Star Citizen, but not in the Squadron. Paul is the ring girl. Juan? Yes, that is me. Or is that the grudge? Ringu was the ring. What was her name? She had a name. I can't remember what it is. She's pretty famous. My wife is the horror fan, not me. She's the one who writes books for, by the way, late April, I think April 26th is when my wife's book's coming out, so you can go purchase it. You can purchase it on Amazon. It'll be on, might even be on like Barnes & Noble websites, that kind of stuff, so it's pretty cool. Samara? Okay. Kind of like the lore for the Mark generations for freelancers and constellations. Same with the Gladiator, the Gladius. The Gladius is on like version 6, like Mark 6 or something like that. What's the book about? It's fairly personal, but the gist is it's about a woman who is struggling with her own sense of self. Her fiance is a professional Twitch streamer who's going to a convention, and she's coming with him. And in the process, she's kind of grappling with her own issues while also navigating like the kind of Twitch and video game subculture. And at night, she's having these sort of weird dreams. And as the book goes on, the dreams and the reality begin to blend into one another. And she kind of has to kind of face herself, as it were. It's good. It's a page turner. It's one of those books where I started reading it and I had to stop because I would have kept reading it. I've read parts of it, like large sections of it. So, but my wife is a really good author. So, and all of you are going to buy a copy, right? Right? If not, I will come to your house. And the new Gladius is gonna have only 2 screens in front instead of 4. Yeah, it's called Panic Eyes, and the my wife's name is Camilla Shelley. So. It's good. It's the first novel she wrote, like ever. She'd been thinking about publishing it on her own when she finally got a publisher interested in it. So it's like a professional publisher. I mean, I will when it comes out. I'm not going to shut up about it when it comes out. Just because I want to support my wife, and I think you all would enjoy it. If you enjoy reading books. Now, there is no audiobook as of yet, but my wife did say that they're looking into it, and she's looking into the details behind it. Because worst comes to worst, we will publish it ourselves. Like, hire somebody to do it, that kind of thing. No, it's not. It's April 26th or 28th. Let me go ask my wife real quick. She'll tell me exactly the date. It's late April. It's like April 26th or 8th. Yeah. What release date? 29th. April 29th. I don't know how the nose damage happened, but yeah, April 29th is when it comes out. Tell her congrats for me. I've written half a book on how hard it is. Yeah. My wife was very happy when she actually wrote it. She wrote it about 2 years ago. And so it took about 2 years to get it published. It is not an easy process. We know what the IC is. It's going to be about master modes. Oh, come on. Panic eyes. Hey, Flaro. Hey, just recovered from a crash. Awesome. Ooh, fancy. I know it's worth it, though. Ooh, more. Awesome, Ackerland. Yeah, it'll be available on Amazon. The audiobook, when it does happen, will be probably later than that. Even more. What are the books, Precious? Oh, my wife's books. Her first novel. She's actually kind of working on her second novel. It's an interesting base. The gist of the second novel is it's about a woman who has agoraphobia in a haunted house. I've read some portions of it, and I can tell you it feels very House on Haunted Hill or Haunting of Hill House kind of feel, like the book. It's very psychological, just like the other book. Like she's got a type. First book's very psychological. It's the same, some very similar. We can eat her book. I mean, you can, as long as you pay the money for it. So if you pay the money for it, you can do whatever you want with it. It's your book. I'm definitely interested in master modes too. There are discussions on how it's going to evolve and such. Very versatile books. That's the trouble with kids nowadays. They eat books, not read them. That's one way to digest something you've read. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Last book I read, I devoured in one sitting. Get out, Darsh. So I know her hope is that now that she's written a book, it's going to be a lot easier for her to publish her second book and get more traction for it. Should have a book on something like what if CERN had a critical failure and the woman character gets stuck switching in the main reality to the other. The one she's switching in is also. Wife's, it might work. Wife's very much a, more cerebral, I guess you could say. Less sci-fi. Sci-fi is my shit. That's she doesn't like sci-fi. She likes Star Wars. But, like, the books she grew up with were, like Stephen King and those sorts of things. It's probably the last trip here, then we'll probably have to head off to Microtech. I don't like Microtech as much because it's a lot longer, but yeah. Some people just like a plot they can sink their teeth into. So more like Rose Red. That sounds familiar. I can't remember. She probably would know what that is if I mentioned it to her. Okay, when did you show up? And are you serious? A fucking terrapin? It's not telling me who the owner is. That's not good. I don't know what it's doing this weird, like it's causing me to like fall to the ground. Did it decouple somehow? It must have decoupled. That's the reason why I was just kind of moving straight down. Yeah. Thank you. Didn't realize that hit decoupled. I'll have to figure out how to recouple. It's not, the fan isn't for, the fan isn't for, what is it? It's, the fan isn't for cooling off. It's for circulation. Yeah, this guy definitely showed up here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's abandoned. The red diamond means contact, then be careful. The red diamond can mean hostile, but it can also just mean like you can't actually like jump. The fan makes you go faster because some days you just want to fly commando style. That's the other thing that to point out as well is that that in the future flying with your suit on is actually not going to be a good idea. Because you'll use up your suit's oxygen. Because your suit's going to have its own resources. So, like, if you have a suit on, you will be using up oxygen that's in that suit. So if you want to try to get out, you won't be able to. RMC. Oh, we have to, for RMC, you have to take that shit to, like, an actual planet, don't you? We take it to Grimhex, I guess. Shouldn't it tie into the ship? It would then you'd be using the ship's resources. So why would you have to have a suit on? The thing is that the suits are going to almost certainly have different than just the ships, because if the ship runs out of oxygen, then your suit's gonna, you know, have to take over. The TDD offices. Yeah, the way that you're gonna work in terms of, like, the way resources are going to work is that if, like, over here, like, I'll take this over here. So, once I hit this button here, you notice there's a missing button here. But I can almost guarantee you there'll be something like cycle. So now, this entire cargo bay has been decompressed. So, in order for me to close it up, I'd have to now recompress the oxygen in this the air in this room, which would then cause me to use up resources if I didn't store it. And there is only a certain amount of oxygen that's available. So having your suit on won't help you with this. And yeah, they did say that your suit would refill in atmosphere. But if I remember correctly, they said specifically on a planet, not in your ship. Likely the suits will stop refilling in atmosphere in the future. Yeah, and that's probably going to eventually change as well. Like, maybe this way. There's no point in putting oxygen requirements in suits without making you use them. Same with oxygen requirements in ships without making you use them. They're going to add some difficulty to it. So having you so that you can have your suit on all the time without any consequences is not what CIG wants to do. They want a reason for you to wear your civilian clothes so that you're not just running around in battle armor everywhere. So a couple of things that are going to happen. One, you're going to not be able, what I'm doing right now, where if you see what I'm wearing like heavy armor. This isn't going to be possible. You're going to have to strip down into a suit or maybe light armor maximum. And number two, your suit has a lot of oxygen and has a lot of like survivability. In the future, it'll have things like power, heat, and air that you have to manage as well. Plus things like radiation protection and other things like that will matter in the distant future as well. And a lot of this stuff is going to be starting to add in this year. So I got you, Corax. I'll explain it here in another point. That level of petty granularity is perverse and stupid. No, I think it's fine. It's not really that much granular. It's just more of you have oxygen, you have air in your ship, and you definitely have to maintain that atmospheric support, that life support on your ship, and it won't be too difficult to refuel. I imagine going to a planet with oxygen or with atmosphere wouldn't be too bad to refuel your stuff, or topping it off at a station or something like that. And it's not going to be something that's going to be like, oh, instant death. It'll probably take like days for you to kind of get rid of it, to like to use it. But it would be like wearing a suit that would constantly refill while you're in there would still suck the oxygen out of the atmosphere, and would also be like, why do you have a suit on all the time? Where's your Idris? It's in here. My heart. You have to come take it out of my cold, dead body. It's a trap, yo. It's a hype trap. That's what the Idris is. The thing was a hype trap. All right, there's nothing here. You have a suit on all the time in case of hull breach. Not necessarily. You're going to have limited amount of AO2 in your suits. Yeah. And you're going to have some level of life support on a ship. Why would you have to have a life support on your ship if you're just gonna... They expect you to walk around in a suit all the time? It would also depend on the ship. A ship like the Corsair, probably you're not going to walk around in a suit all the time. But if you're planning on going into battle, or you're going into a dangerous situation, yeah, you suit up because you know that you're going to be going into a dangerous situation. It's going to be a risk-reward like anything else. If you want to just kind of have it on all the time because you're afraid, sure, that's fine. But there's going to be a consequence for that. You'll have to refill your oxygen a lot. The fuck? What are you doing here? Yeah, that's fine. All right, Ackland. Corax, what the devs said was the suits would refill in on planets, not necessarily on ships. Though, if you can find that where they said ships, that'd be great. That would clarify it a little bit more. Okay, I thought that was. I got dazzled there for a moment. I was like, "Where the fuck am I?" Right, this is the planet. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a reason to have a suit locker. Is if you take your suit off and you put it in the suit locker, it will pipe off of the ship's atmo and put it into your suit. It is when it comes to gameplay. The thing I have learned is that if CIG specifically says something like a planet, then it's a planet, not a ship. CIG is very careful with their language, because if they aren't and they say something stupid, people like are taking everything down that CIG says as gospel. So unless you heard CIG specifically say ship and planet, then I'd assume that it's only going to be a planet. Yeah, they do that all the time. It's not just with this. It's something they do constantly. Because, again, there are people who are sitting there with chisels and stones, chiseling every one of their words into stone as a promise. So they are careful about what they say. That's fine, Corax. What I'm saying is there's going to be consequences for actions, and you won't be able to wear your suit all the time. CIG is going to find ways to make it so that your suit is something you wear purposefully for purposeful reasons. Be it, not allowed to wear armor and carry weapons into landing zones, or things like having a suit on is going to drain resources that you're going to need to replace.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
It's also a video game and should be fun. If it gets in the way of fun, then I don't want it. It's a matter of what does CIG want to do, and I can see the argument for something like a more intense version, something where like you have to have your suit in a suit locker to refill it and that sort of thing, because it's about choices. The gameplay of that is about the choices you make and how you achieve that goal. Let's use an example, a more popular example of a game that's come out recently that does something similar. Helldivers. Helldivers, its minute-to-minute gameplay is about choices, how players tackle objectives from point A to point B. The objectives themselves aren't always that complicated, but the choices you make, the loadouts you take, they're all very specific, especially at the higher levels. You're looking at more in-depth and more complicated stuff about coordination, working with team members, that sort of thing. And that's what CIG has always said they wanted to do. They want to make players have meaningful choices in the game. And they want to make EVA and kind of survival in space tough. And that kind of goes along beside both of those. You gotta have to have choices, because forcing players to have choices is what's going to make have dilemmas and have trauma and tension. So, making the chat choice to throw an airstrike on top of your team, it's still a choice. There, cute man.
You are clear to launch.
I feel like the custom checkpoints will be much more interactive. There's going to be more interactive with the custom checkpoints. But I can definitely see CIG move in the direction of making sure of when you put on your suit and when and where you put on your suit being a decision. We also have said you'll be able to refill your suit with a pen. We can currently refill your suit with a pen, but that's also going to be a diminishing resource. So if you think you can just like hit your right now, you can take an O2 pen and like refill all of your oxygen instantly with a pen. That's probably not going to be the case in the future. It's probably going to be a small addition to yours. And while it's cheap now, we don't know how it's cheap it's going to be in the future or how it's going to work. Oh, it wasn't QPen who said it was Dell. I just saw Dell using the shark emote and thought it was QPen. Yeah, there's a lot of things that are going to change. And yeah, CIG might backtrack on that idea. But I can tell you of... let me tell you of another time when CIG decided to change something up to make it a little bit more hardcore, and everyone lost their fucking minds, and yet still CIG persisted. Food and drink. Food and drink wasn't originally supposed to kill you. It was supposed to be a massive debuff. And CIG decided, no, it makes more sense if it kills you. If you make sure that you have to have more of a survival thing. And people fucking mocked CIG relentlessly for it. They thought it was stupid. They said, oh, I'm going to have to pull a burrito out in the middle of my combat fight to be able to succeed. And today...
Please come to an immediate halt and hold for your vessel to be scanned.
I got stuff I picked up. RMC that I picked up.
Attention. This vessel has been found to be trafficking stolen goods.
Okay. What are you going to do? Okay. Bye. I don't even have stolen goods on me. I just had RMC that I picked up. Fuck the police. They probably took the cargo. Well, I moved and they didn't do anything, so... Now I have to go pay a stupid fine for picking that up. Where would you have to pay off that fine anyways? Because apparently you can't pay it off at Grimhex anymore. I'll go to Grimhex and see if I can. I'll probably even sell that stuff at Grimhex if I can. That's Crusader right there, isn't it? Yes. Constipation debuffs, yeah. With there being a locker rooms at almost every rest stop, in City, I feel this will be the place where you're required to change out of your spacesuits. Yeah, for sure. Yes, but yours isn't stolen. This is why I object to the level of granularity, since CIG can't get their cops right. The problem is, is that CIG can't balance and build the game for what they have now. They're building for what they want in the future. So, yeah, it's not going to happen for a bit. You're going to get these janky, weird stuff. But eventually, they'll work through it and figure out what's wrong with it. Hey, Foxbat. Day was all right. But officer, it's legitimate salvage. Maybe, yeah. I mean, that's the thing, though. Like, that's what this game's been built off of, is maybe. Will there be problems? Yes. Will there be bugs and weird issues? Oh, of course. Will there be outlying issues, which probably requires CIG to fix at some point? Oh, for sure, 100%. But when CIG's running around fighting fires 24/7, they don't have time to do that. Maybe one day, when the stars align in the age of Aquarius, when the moon howls and the blue for the thrice, and the witches cackle. Then maybe CIG will be able to fix some of these problems. But yeah. What needs to happen is CIG needs to add a step where goods are stolen. You need to be able to report goods as stolen, which would add a meaningful gameplay decision. Because if you report goods as stolen, you might be able to do things like get insurance back on it, or get some money back, or whatever. Like, get some coverage for it. But if you don't report goods as stolen, then it's legitimate salvage, or basically just abandoned. And since they can mark goods like this already, the way I would do it is mark it so that anything that doesn't have a legitimate owner's name to it, or you're not the legitimate owner, but it's not marked as stolen, people won't pay full price for it. Because it's damaged goods. They don't know, it's secondhand goods. They don't know where it's a resale, effectively. It would be a fairly quick fix, but they'd have to attach a reputation to it, which is the complicated part because CIG doesn't have the resources for those sorts of things. It's like my old complaint about the CS. This is stupid. This is dumb. I ran from the cops at ArcCorp. I should be getting a fine from ArcCorp. Not a crime status, shoot on sight 2. Hello? No one's calling me. I also wish a crime would have to be reported by a player or by an NPC over some time, by some in-game item action. It would disappear over time if no one finds it. Yeah. I'm more than willing to pay full price for this, just as soon as you show me the bill of purchase from where you got it. Exactly. After 4 years, I've saved enough and can finally upgrade some of my old PC components with some new stuff. Excited to see how Star Citizen plays after. Nice, Brendan. Glad to hear that. It should be like Skyrim, where you're taking, like, okay, we're taking you in to pay the fine, or you can fight the cops and get really messy. Yeah. I have had my long-standing rant about how the reputation system needs to replace the criminality system. They need to roll the criminality system into the reputation system because they have this wonderful, flexible system that already exists that they can apply to anything they need to. And instead, they still have a janky-ass GTA system that was, like... It's as frustrating as the Star Map, in my opinion. Because it makes for unintuitive gameplay. Because, like a lot of stuff, Elite Dangerous got it right. Elite Dangerous, in order to figure out if somebody is wanted for crimes outside of the system you're in, you have to get a scanner and scan them for warrants in other locations. So someone needs to have to physically scan you to figure out if you're wanted outside of your own little bubble. How crazy do you think ISC will be tomorrow? It's going to be Yogi, so it's going to say Yogi's going to say a lot of things that'll piss off a lot of people. But that's why we love Yogi. Well, Paul, certainly I'd like to know this is an alpha, so give up on expecting a better and give CIG a free pass. There's, I understand the argument, and I also understand that at the end of the day, Star Citizen is an alpha, but I also know why people don't like hearing it's an alpha, because it can often be an excuse for it's broken and we don't intend to fix it. In this case, it definitely is partially an excuse, but this isn't something like, oh, well, we have to build a brand new technology to fix a lot. No, they could fucking fix it tomorrow. If they had, well, now they could fix it tomorrow, but they could start the process of fixing it tomorrow if they had the resources available, and they haven't because they're not allocating resources towards it. They got other things they want to do. So I think this is a little bit more of a, you can complain about it in the sense of, it's more of a balance issue. It's a problem with CIG's prioritization, which, you know, I'm okay with people having opinions on CIG's prioritization. If it's like, oh, this bug constantly kills me and I fall through the planet, that's alpha. Like, this, it sucks ass and it stinks. From a player perspective. But it's also like not everything's going to get fixed. It's like NPCs standing on chairs. NPCs are going to be standing on chairs until well after beta. We don't intend to fix it, and we don't intend to fix it because it's entirely going to be replaced entirely. Yeah. There's also, we intend to fix it, but currently do not have the resources to fix it. So what I'm saying is that there's nuance. Both of you are right. And I currently, for one, hi Nubsy, by the way, I for one am often tired of CIG using the excuse of an alpha when it's like your excuse is an alpha when you could have solved this problem. You just choose not to. There's a difference between, well, it's a bug and we're going to fix it at some point, versus, well, it's a matter of allocation of resources and we just have not prioritized it. Saying, oh, alpha as an answer to that is like, that's disingenuous. That's just like, you're not actually being honest with the fans because you're either afraid of the reaction or afraid that's not what people want to hear. But
Landing complete. Have a business to say.
it depends on what they're working on and why they may or may not be working on do things. Yeah, but there are times when CIG has just said, it's an alpha, man. And it's like, go fuck yourself, CIG. That's not an excuse for X, Y, or Z. A good example of that is the star map. Right? The star map, yeah, it's an alpha, and they've got to replace the star map. But the reason why we haven't had a star map up until 3.23, that's the new star map, is because it just wasn't priority. How's it been? It's been engaging. Pre-beta, yeah. Like I said, I am very much of the opinion that CIG could be fixing, could be reprioritizing things like a new version of the a new version of the criminality system, but they don't. Either because they're going to do a brand new one or because of something else. Are you serious? 20,000? Good. Take your blood money, you pieces of shit. You take it anyways? Go fuck yourself. I'm gonna traffic drugs here. Gotta make that money up. You took my thing and still gave me a level 2 crime stat and 20,000 credits. Go fuck yourself. Holy fuck. Oh, also, watch this. Hey, buddy. Yeah, but 20,000 is steep for when you already took my fucking cargo. It wasn't drugs. It was legitimate salvage. It was literally RMC. It was 3 SCU of RMC. 20,000 credits for 3 SCU of RMC. What the fuck? If I had drugs on board when they tell me to stop, I'd have told them to go fuck themselves and run. Because you know what the fee is for telling them to go fuck yourselves and run? 10,000. Running from the cops is cheaper than getting scanned by them. No, you do have to pay for them. If you get caught, if you run from them while they're scanning. Is it 20K now? That's why I'm moving to Pyro. Listen, Malcolm Reynolds, the Alliance cares not for your legitimate salvage claim. If you catch them at the right time, you can jump away and you won't get a fine. No, because it didn't say 20K wasn't failure to comply. 20K said reporting stolen goods. All right, be right back.
Good news, everyone! To democracy!
Weapons free, y'all.
I love democracy. I love democracy. I love democracy. I love democracy.
To democracy! Good news, everyone!
2 words. Distress bacon.
Shit, I'm out.
Weapons free, y'all!
I love democracy.
Hello, I like money. Hello, I like money.
Shit, I'm out.
I love
Everybody and his dog calls himself an outlaw.
Drugs.
I'm just an old-fashioned cowboy.
2 words.
I
Distress
love
bacon.
I love
Kick me out
democracy.
now.
I'm
I love
fine.
democracy.
I'm pilot. Good news, everyone!
Everybody and his dog calls himself an outlaw.
You are clear to launch.
Hey, Nezzy.
I love democracy.
I will say I am amused by the kerfluffle that did exist from this monthly report. The duality, the one that's like everyone lost their mind because CIG said, well, vehicles coming in the
Thank you. Please visit again.
He's like, what the hell is that? Oh, it's a C1. Well, I paid off my fine. Okay, well, apparently I didn't. Let's go to Seraphim. At least with level 1, you can kind of deal with it. I paid 20K and I'm still getting fined. I'm still getting wanted. Dead or alive. Vehicles coming with the elevators, the cargo elevators. Go fuck yourself. I know those are bounty hunters too, NPC bounty hunters. Being like, we're gonna get you for your not stopping to be scanned. Having a soft reboot there, yeah, my brain doesn't always work in multiple levels. No, but the kerfluffle about that being removed, it's like, you'd think that CIG like just gutted half of the of 3.23 and didn't just add 3 new things from the Arena Commander team, including an experimental modes for engineering, for multi-crew gameplay. I just found it funny.
Admin complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Yeah. The monthly report, they removed the ability for you to have the vehicles in the cargo elevators for 3.22 or 3.23 because they're like, hey, it's not like it's going away forever. It's just one of those things.
Thank you for contacting EDL Landing Assist.
It's gonna come in at a later patch. That's all. The main thing people wanted from cargo lifts, I don't know about you. What I wanted from cargo lifts was the ability to do cargo missions. Like, when people are like, hey, this is the only thing I meant. No, like, the cargo lifts allow for cargo missions, hauling missions to exist. That's their main purpose. The vehicles thing is just a happy coincidence.
Have a pleasant stay.
That's true. They haven't specifically talked about it in like ISC, but they've talked about it in other locations. Monthly reports and stuff like that has been mentioned multiple times. I think they mentioned it at ISC a couple times, or SCL. But I'm sure it'll get its own ISC when they do the cargo, the cargo elevators themselves. When they do that ISC. Okay, where is the stupid fine desk for me to pay the stupid fucking fine? Is it over here? Or is it, like, in the admin area? Admin, okay. At this point, if they let me regain my sub gear, I'll call it a wash. I mean, that's what they should be able to do with the that sort of thing. All that the system that they're implementing with the being able to recall your stuff, or with the cargo elevator is just that's all that the item thing is just a cargo elevator with extra steps. Okay, I guess the admins must be upstairs then if it's not here. Could be over there. It's the suit area. No, that's the... Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, it's usually upstairs, but I wanted to double check because sometimes it's not. Oh, there it is. Let's pay this last stupid fine. What? Fine. Take me in. Whee! Just gotta chill for 11 minutes. I've done time, chat. I've done time in the big house.
Ready to take the next step on the road to rehabilitation?
That's why Kleischer is so awesome. You go in for not stopping to be scanned, and you're in the same facility with somebody who's killed 17 people, and like drop napalm on children just to watch them burn. It's so wonderful. Such a diverse cast. I'm gonna fight you. Oh, I can just deposit minerals here. That's nice. Can you not mine? It's got to be, like, Aphrite, right? Oh, it's a bug. Okay, good to know. I'll head back and just sit down and chill with y'all. Oh, they don't despawn after being mined? I can't seem to increase my my beam strength though, either. Because I'm trying to increase it, but it's not letting me. Oh. You have to hold down left alt now? That's stupid as shit. Hey, bug. I was framed.
Everybody and his dog calls himself an outlaw.
Weapons free, y'all.
Yeah, innocent people were framed. I legitimately couldn't pay off my fine because it said you have a level 1 crime stat, but it's impossible for you to pay it. Like, what? That's some bullshit. That's what I'm gonna say. That is, in fact, some bullshit. That is irredeemable. Are all of these just broken now? Like you say all the time, Star Citizen dystopia. It is. I just can't wait for the day when it's intentionally a dystopia and not a dystopia because of bugs.
Them biddies.
Anyways, Paul, why are you such a shill for sick? Kappa.
You know me. I am both a shill and a I'm both a shill and a hater at the same time. It's just who I am. here. Yeah. Nope, these are all bugged. Do I have to hit a button to target these things or something? I only have 10 minutes here. I probably already am up. Time to head back. I did my one mining. I'm done now. What patch was Cry Astro R&R removed? Want to say a 2.0 patch. It might have been a 3.0.
Due to your recent actions, we are forced to add time to your sentence. Use this extra time to think about what you've done.
Alright, I'm going back and doing more. Oh, wait, does he have more on him? Life's about choices and consequences. Yes, it is. And he had made the choice of being within me, beating the shit out of him range. Good night, Paul. Good night, Paul. Good night, Paul. Good night, Outlaw. Good night, me. Paul isn't stuck in prison. People are stuck in prison with Paul. According to Google search, Cry Astro station removed in 3.3. Okay. Store. 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 Okay, so much more recent. I mean, 3.0 was 2016, I want to say. So 3.3 was like 2017. You're still talking like, God, I don't even want to know. Too long, like 8 years or something like that. Seven years. Okay. Oh, there's another one right up there. That was the one I just mined, wasn't it? Save that one. Wait, the multi-tool can suck up stones? That's how long since I've done hand mining. Hitting B, nothing's happening. B does nothing. This is mining gathering, but are they just running into me, or are they actually being sucked up? Come on, baby. It's jank as hell, but it works. Do. I'll do a little bit more, and then we'll head back. I feel like I just got violated. Come have some toilet wine and prison hooch with your friendly neighborhood jailbird and humble space bartender. Listen, I was framed. I just tried to pay my fine, and there was no way to pay the fine, so I had to go to jail. Because I had a tier 1 criminal status that I couldn't pay off the fine for some reason. Why are there 2 of you now? Don't ask why I have a tier 3 now. You don't want to know the answer. Prison's changed me, man. It's changed me. Yeah, but I don't want to give players a reason to shoot me. Not when I'm doing cargo hauling of very, very safe and legal items. Where is that? Is that it? There they are. Don't ask questions, Tree. I started in prison at a CS1, and examples had to be made. That's all you got to know. I just followed everyone's advice. You know, you find the biggest, toughest guy in prison, and you punch him in the dick. That's just how that works. Buddy. Okay. Where's the exit over here? Listen, this isn't my first. This is my first trip to Kleischer, nor will it be my last. The joke used to be, if an NPC pissed me off, I would say something to the effect of, "I ain't afraid of going back to prison." Oh. You can sell contraband here? What? For credit? That's new. Do we go to the terminal on the other side? Let's go to the other side. Where do you sell your... You used to have the drop-off here. Where's the drop-off now?
Hello, I like money.
Remember, delivering harvested elements can drastically reduce your sentencing.
Yeah, I did see that one in the mine. Did they now only have them in the mines? Oh. There it is.
Due to your recent actions, we've reduced time on your sentence. Isn't that great? Congratulations. You have completed your required sentence in our facility. We at Kleischer Rehabilitation
To democracy!
played a role in your rehabilitation and hope that you've used this time to better yourself as a human and as a member of civilized society.
Isn't that great?
I love democracy.
I'm out.
This is the first time I've been to Kleischer since they did a bunch of the new additions. Because every time I've been to the Kleischer before, it was always you dropped it off there.
Drugs.
I should just walk up to an NPC and knock them out. Just walk up to the guard and just be like, boom! Oh, I can't because it's a armistice zone.
Attention! Attention! Please direct your attention towards the front gates. One of our guests has completed their rehabilitation and is being released. Let's give them a round of applause.
TheAstroPub, I'm out. TheAstroPub, I'm out. TheAstroPub, I'm out. TheAstroPub, I'm out.
Enough. And we'll turn that off.
Everybody and his dog calls himself an outlaw.
News, everyone!
Thanks, game. Let's see if it actually pops me back in. And I'm dead.
I love democracy.
And you brought me back to Area 18. On that note, I'm going to call it a night. What an odyssey. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here tonight at the AstroPub. We'll be back for the our Thursday office hours, which are more traditional kind of talking. We're going to be watching the ISC. We'll be reviewing the the roadmap update. Talking a little bit of stuff. We'll be doing a couple of videos out of it. Some capsules. And yeah. You are CS free now, though. Yep. You had to go through all of that to get CS free. Oh, let me see how much money I have. Hey, still got plenty of cash, so I'm good. By the way, y'all, I need to show you something. Has been recovered by the UEE as a courtesy of flight and been placed in your local storage. That's going to change at some point. But yeah, so tomorrow we'll be doing office hours. And then on Friday we'll be doing pub and plays. We'll be playing some Hell Jumpers if I can Helldivers, if I can get in. I plan on trying to get in early. And then Saturday, we've got maybe a captain's table. Right now, it's Nick. I got to find somebody else. We're going to be talking a little bit about FPS changes. And kind of like how they're going to function in the future. Things like the changes to weapon net loadouts, things like distribution centers, as well as like the dynamic crosshair stuff and all those sort of wonderful changes that are going to be coming in 3.23. So still need to get some people, so hopefully we can grab some. And then on Saturday as well, Saturday morning, we're going to be doing a pubathon. So we do a subathon on every month, and basically it's just an excuse for a long stream. So I'll be streaming for at least 8 hours from 7 a.m. to about 3:30 p.m. my time. And every time someone subs or donates or does bits or gift subs, that will increase the timer to a maximum of 24 hours. So if we get enough time, I will go until Saturday, till at night. Then I'll go to sleep. I'll pause the timer, I'll go to sleep, and then I will, when I wake up on Sunday, I'll start streaming right away. And when I start streaming right away, we'll go for whatever time we have left, and then we'll call it from there. So that'll be fun to do. Hopefully you'll join us for that. We're playing Star Citizen mostly. And then Sunday, I think right now the plan is to do some more lore expeditions. So we'll see if that works as well. And then, yeah, I may stream a little bit longer as well, a little bit more, like Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday next week as well. Just kind of to finish things up, but again, thank you all for hanging out with us. And like I say every time, hope to see you someday in the black.